For a long time, I carried a quiet discomfort. It wasn't exactly sadness nor anxiety. It was something more subtle, like living inside a routine so familiar it became invisible. I was doing things, staying busy, always connected, meeting expectations, and yet I felt disconnected from myself, empty. The worst part? I realized I wasn't alone. Everywhere I looked, people were running, chasing, achieving, but emotionally lost. That was when I discovered Stoic philosophy, and everything began to make sense. Stoics don't promise happiness. They don't sell motivation. They talk about something deeper, inner peace, what psychology calls ataraxia, a calm, unshakable mind, undisturbed by desires and aversions. I didn't have that. My mind was a mess of worries, endless thoughts, emotional swings. Then I read Epictetus, and one line hit me like a revelation. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. That was the problem. My suffering wasn't caused by what happened to me, but by how I interpreted it. I lived like the world was supposed to fit my expectations, like things should be fair, people should understand me, everything should go according to plan. But when life didn't follow my script, I collapsed. Not because life was cruel, but because my attachment to control was too fragile. Psychologists call this the illusion of control. We think we can influence far more than we actually can. Other people, outcomes, timing, opinions. But the Stoics showed me a brutal truth. There's only one thing I can truly control: my own mind. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That changed everything. I started to see how I was wasting energy on things far outside my influence: the past, the future, other people's choices, my own emotions. I tried to fix everything except myself. But true growth began the moment I asked, what actually depends on me? That's the foundation of Stoicism, and it's exactly what modern psychology teaches too. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, said, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space lies our freedom." That's it. Real freedom isn't doing whatever you feel like. It's the power to pause, reflect, and choose your response. I stopped asking, why is this happening to me? And started asking, how can I act with wisdom now? Because Stoics believe that the goal is not to avoid pain, but to live with virtue. And virtue means something clear and timeless: courage, wisdom, justice, and self-control. The more I studied, the clearer it became. I didn't need motivation. I needed clarity. I needed discipline over my attention, awareness of my thoughts, and acceptance of reality. Seneca put it perfectly: we suffer more in imagination than in reality. This isn't just philosophy, it's deeply psychological. We build entire realities based on assumptions and desires. We believe we must always succeed, always feel good, always be progressing. But that mindset creates pressure, anxiety, burnout. It's not life that's exhausting, it's our resistance to life. And then I began to live differently. I let go of trying to control things I never could. I stopped tying my peace to outcomes. I began to find fulfillment not in results, but in process. I acted with intention. I learned to say no, to wait, to breathe. And slowly, I began to feel something rare: inner coherence. My thoughts, words, and actions aligned. Psychology calls this autonomous living, acting from your values rather than reacting to the world. And the Stoics were teaching it centuries ago. They knew that the good life doesn't come from luck or pleasure. It comes from integrity. In a world built on distraction and overstimulation, living like this is a form of resistance. Every day we are bombarded with noise, dopamine, comparison. The philosopher Byung-Chul Han calls it the burnout society. People exhausted not from doing too much, but from doing without meaning. The Stoics show a different path: simplicity, awareness, responsibility. And slowly, something shifted in me. I stopped feeling lost, not because I had all the answers, but because I had a direction, a compass. I didn't need to feel good to act right. I didn't need guarantees to feel grounded. I just needed to do what was mine to do and release the rest. That's what the Stoics called Eudaimonia, a life in harmony with your higher nature. It's not happiness, it's not success, it's something quieter, deeper, more durable: self-mastery. If you feel lost right now, you're not broken. You're just distracted, maybe overwhelmed, maybe chasing too many things at once. But pause, breathe, look inward. Ask yourself, what depends on me right now? Not next week, not when things get better, right now. Maybe the path is not about adding more, but removing what blinds you. Maybe you don't need to be more productive, you need to be more present. Maybe you don't need to change everything, you just need to remember what you truly control. If this reflection resonated with you, subscribe to the channel. Here we don't sell fake positivity. We explore truth, ancient wisdom, and real psychological tools to strengthen your mind. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be motivated. You don't even have to feel ready. You just need to begin acting from the inside out. Because the world will never stop being chaotic, but your mind can stop being its slave. That's what Stoic philosophy is for, and that's why it matters more now than ever.